Can you feel it, Leo? That undeniable pull in your chest, that electric charge running through your soul right now? Trust me, you didn't land here by accident. This is eternal mindfulness, and today, you're stepping into a message so powerful, so life-altering, that you won't believe how closely it mirrors the secret prayers you've whispered to the universe. Today's reading is not just a glimpse into your destiny, it's a revelation. A final test stands between you and the biggest breakthrough of your life. Fate itself is calling you, Leo, and your soul already knows. Everything you've been through has led to this exact moment. Are you ready to answer? Close your eyes for a second and breathe into the energy around you. Can you feel it, the quiet hum, the subtle shift in the air? Something profound is moving through your field. You are standing at the threshold between the old life that kept you safe and the new one that will set you free. And the universe, in all its infinite wisdom, has woven this meeting into the fabric of your journey because it knows you're ready. Nothing about this encounter is random. In the grand cosmic dance of cause and effect, every heartbeat, every choice, every silent hope you've carried has brought you here, right now. In the teachings of ancient wisdom, it is said that when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And today, fate appears, not to demand perfection, but to invite your awakening. The angels are closer than ever. I'm seeing the sacred number 444 lighting up around you, a sign that divine protection surrounds you as you step into the unknown. For 44 is the cosmic whisper, you are not alone. You are guided. You are ready. If any number has been nudging at your heart lately, whether it's 111, 222, 333, 444, or even a number unique to your soul, I invite you to honor that connection. Comment it below. Your acknowledgement sends a ripple back to the universe, affirming that you are open, awake, and welcoming your destiny. And if you're here for the first time, or if you've been walking this path with me for a while, let me take a moment to offer my deepest gratitude. Every like you share, every heartfelt comment you leave, every subscription to our Eternal Mindfulness family strengthens the thread that binds us together across time and space. It's your energy, your love, your presence that fuels this sacred circle and allows us to continue bringing transformative messages like this to light. From the very bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for being exactly who you are and exactly where you are. And Leo, believe me when I say, you'll want to stay with me until the very end of today's reading. Because what the universe is about to reveal, it's bigger than you imagine. It's stunning, it's breathtaking, and it's meant just for you. So breathe deep, open wide, and let's dive into the calling that your soul has been waiting for. Change often arrives wrapped in discomfort, Leo. And right now, fate is not punishing you, it is refining you. What appears as chaos on the surface is, in truth, the sacred fire tempering the steel of your spirit, shaping you into something far more resilient, far more luminous than before. Just as gold must endure the blaze to reveal its brilliance, your soul, too, must sometimes be tested by the very fires you fear. When a fire sign like you faces great trials, it is not to extinguish your flame. It is to reveal the parts of you that burn with eternal light, the light that no storm, no betrayal, no sorrow can ever put out. Destiny is asking you one of the most profound questions of your life. Will you cling to what is familiar but stagnant, or will you rise courageously toward what is uncertain but filled with new life? Astrologically, this period marks a rare and potent crossroads. The heavy hands of Saturn, the great teacher, and Pluto, the great transformer, have touched your chart. This cosmic combination only happens when you are ready to level up, when your soul has outgrown its current shell. Saturn presents the walls you must scale, while Pluto tears down the illusions you've clung to for safety. Together, they forge a new beginning by demanding the end of all that is false within you. In the sacred language of tarot, both the Death card and the Wheel of Fortune appear together now. Death does not speak of endings as punishments, it is a sacred promise of rebirth. It invites you to lay down the burdens you've carried for too long, old fears, old attachments, old versions of yourself that no longer fit who you are becoming. The Wheel of Fortune spins alongside it, reminding you that life is a continuous dance of rise and fall, gain and release, each turn carrying you closer to your true path if you have the courage to trust it. There is a teaching that says the bamboo that bends is stronger than the oak that resists. In the same way, Leo, what you release willingly now becomes the seed of your future abundance. What you resist only becomes the source of unnecessary suffering. The moment you let go of clinging to people, to titles, to identities that have already completed their purpose, you step into the flow of the universe, and the universe, in turn, rushes to meet you with open arms. You may feel tired. You may feel lost. You may wonder why doors are closing when you gave them everything you had. But in the grand architecture of your life, each closed door is a blessing cloaked in disguise, lovingly rerouting you back to your soul's true north. You are not losing your life, you are shedding your skin. So I ask you now, Leo, in the quiet corners of your heart, can you feel the places that have grown too small for your spirit? The habits, the attachments, the roles you continue to play even though your soul has long outgrown them? This is the moment to answer the call. This is the moment to step boldly into your becoming. If you feel that stirring within, if you feel the silent knowing that it is time to rise, honor it. Let the world see the untamed brilliance of your true self. Comment below, I am ready to rise, not just for me, not even for the community, but as a sacred promise you make to yourself. Because you, Leo, were never meant to live half asleep in a life that no longer ignites your fire. You were born to set the world ablaze with the fullness of your being. And that journey, beautiful soul, begins now. Even through the densest storm clouds, Leo, the sun never stops shining. It merely waits, patient and unwavering, behind the passing darkness. And just like that brilliant sun, your hope is not something fragile that flickers with every gust of wind. It is the unbreakable light of your spirit, a light that endures even when everything else seems uncertain. Right now, it may feel as though the weight of the world presses heavier on your shoulders, that the promises of the past have faded into a distant horizon. But beneath all the noise of worry and waiting, hope is alive within you. It pulses quietly, waiting for you to remember its power. And in this moment, more than ever, your hope is not misplaced. It is a beacon guiding you through the last stretch of this sacred journey you're on. The tarot revealed the hope card for you today, and it did not come by accident. Hope arrives when you most need the reminder that hardship is never the end of the story. Every storm exhausts itself eventually. Every night, no matter how endless it seems, must yield to dawn. When you hold on to hope, you are not merely wishing for something better, you are choosing to trust the natural rhythm of life itself, where change is inevitable and renewal is always near. There's a timeless teaching that says suffering is not born from the pain itself, but from believing the pain will never end. When you realize that even the heaviest sorrow is temporary, a space opens up inside you, a space where peace and courage can return. You are not trapped, Leo. You are in a tunnel, not a tomb. Keep moving toward the light you already carry inside. Each morning, before the noise of the day rushes in, gift yourself a few minutes of sacred stillness. Write down 3 things you are grateful for, no matter how small they may seem. Gratitude is not just a feel-good practice, it is an alchemy that shifts the vibration of your heart and reminds you that abundance has never fully left your life. Alongside your gratitude, write down 3 dreams you still hold close, the visions that spark life inside your chest when you think of them. By anchoring yourself in both what is and what can be, you are stitching the fabric of hope back into your daily experience. Support your body just as tenderly as you nourish your spirit. Begin your mornings with warm water and a touch of honey, a simple ritual that cleanses and energizes, whispering to your cells that today is a new opportunity to thrive. When fear or doubt starts creeping in, pause. Close your eyes. Imagine a luminous white light surrounding you like the first rays of the morning sun, washing away every thread of anxiety, doubt, and fatigue. This meditation doesn't erase the challenges you face, but it changes the energy with which you meet them. Hope, in its truest form, is not naive. It is fierce. It is the quiet roar of your soul refusing to give up, even when the world tries to silence it. It is knowing that even if you can't see how yet, better days are coming, because they must, because everything in this universe is born, fades, and is reborn again. You might be surprised by how much your own story can inspire others. If there's a habit, a ritual, or a simple act that helps you hold on to hope, no matter how small, I invite you to share it in the comments below. Sometimes, what you consider ordinary might be exactly the light someone else desperately needs to find their way again. Leo, your hope is not misplaced. Your dawn is closer than you realize. Keep walking. Keep believing. The breakthrough you seek is already on its way. There's a gentle truth that life will keep offering to you, over and over, until you are ready to embrace it. You cannot hold on to the old and reach for the new at the same time. Imagine for a moment that you are standing at the edge of a vast, open ocean, a shimmering gift waiting just beyond your grasp. Yet in your hands, you cling tightly to a small stone, a stone that once served you, once gave you comfort, but now weighs you down. Until you release it, your hands remain too full to receive the treasures life is eager to place within them. The death card emerging for you now is not a harbinger of fear but a sacred invitation to freedom. Death, symbolically speaking, is the closing of one chapter so a grander one can begin. It is the natural exhale after a long, hard breath. And when paired with the vibration of the number 13, the number of transformation, the message becomes undeniable: letting go is not a defeat. It is a powerful declaration that you trust the unfolding of your life. When you cling too tightly to anything, a relationship, a career path, a belief about who you think you must be, you create resistance. Resistance hardens you, dims your light, and narrows your capacity for wonder. But when you loosen your grip and allow what must leave to flow away, you make room for miracles to find you. What you seek is already seeking you. It only needs the space to land. There's a beautiful understanding passed down through wisdom teachings. To be truly free, one must learn the art of non-attachment, not because you are indifferent, but because you understand that clinging is suffering. When you accept that everything arises and fades in its own time, you meet life not with fear but with an open, trusting heart. Supporting your process of release on the physical level can magnify this transformation on the spiritual plane. Begin by nurturing your body with foods that carry life within them: vibrant greens, colorful fruits, pure water. Choose nourishment that reminds your cells that life is renewal. Just as importantly, consider what energies you allow into your inner world. Step back, even temporarily, from relationships or environments that drain your spirit, replacing them with silence, solitude, or the presence of those who uplift you without conditions. You don't need to sever everything all at once. Sometimes letting go is not a grand gesture but a series of small, gentle surrenders, a decision each morning to release just a little more. A little more fear. A little more regret. A little more attachment to an outcome you cannot control. With every breath, you return a little closer to your center, a little lighter, a little freer. Imagine your heart like a garden. What you nourish will grow. What you neglect will wither. And sometimes, clearing away the old weeds is necessary before the seeds of your dreams can bloom. If you have felt stuck, heavy, uncertain, it's not because you have failed, it's because your soul is preparing the soil for something extraordinary. If today you feel ready to begin, even if your hands tremble and your voice shakes, I invite you to declare it boldly. Comment below, "I release to rise, not for me, but for yourself." Let this be a living contract between your soul and the universe, a sign that you are choosing to rise, to shine, to step bravely into the wild, miraculous unknown that is already waiting for you. And know this, Leo, what is meant for you will never require you to shrink yourself, to betray your heart, or to hold on to pain disguised as comfort. What is meant for you will meet you exactly where you are, the moment your hands are free enough to receive it. There's a quiet strength you were born with, Leo, a knowing that has always lived just beneath the surface of your roar. Beneath the pride, beneath the courage, there is a compass more reliable than anything outside of you, your intuition. In moments when the path ahead seems unclear or the noise of the world grows too loud, it is this sacred inner voice that gently calls you home. The High Priestess appears for you now, not by coincidence, but because you are being asked to trust this voice more deeply than ever before. She is the keeper of unseen truths, the guardian of mysteries that cannot be explained but only felt. When your gut whispers that something is off, even if you have no evidence to justify it, trust that whisper. When you feel a sudden pull toward a person, an opportunity, a new path, even if it defies logic, honor that feeling. Your intuition is not an illusion, it is the language your soul uses to guide you. There's an ancient wisdom that teaches, the quieter you become, the more you can hear. In the stillness beyond the thinking mind, your heart knows exactly what is aligned and what is not. It senses the vibrations long before the facts are revealed. The challenge is not in receiving the signals, it is in trusting them before the world gives you permission. Every evening, as you settle into the softness of night, give yourself the gift of a few quiet minutes. Sit with your breath, anchor yourself in the rise and fall of life moving through you, and gently ask, what truth is trying to reach me today? You might not always hear a clear answer. Sometimes it comes as a sensation, a flash of insight, a subtle knowing that tugs at you gently until you pay attention. The more you honor it, the stronger and clearer it becomes. Signs are already being placed along your path. The sacred numbers 13, 22, 444, 10, 22 are not mere coincidences. Each carries a frequency, a coded message meant to affirm that you are exactly where you need to be. 13 reminds you that endings are sacred gateways to beginnings. 22 calls you to build the foundations of a new life. 444 wraps you in the protection of unseen forces as you take brave steps forward. The numbers 10, 20, and 2 echo the truth that you are standing at the threshold of a new cycle, a new chapter where everything you've learned will finally take form. Following your intuition doesn't mean you will never face doubt or fear. It means you choose to trust yourself even when the way isn't fully illuminated. It means you understand that the most important paths are not always lined with signs shouting, "This way," but are often marked only by the steady, quiet beat of your own heart leading you forward. There is a reason the strongest warriors are also the most attuned listeners. They know that true power lies not in control, but in connection to oneself, to life, to the flow that weaves everything together in ways our minds can barely comprehend. If you feel the subtle pull to honor your intuition more deeply today, to listen to the quiet wisdom arising from within, let that be your act of courage. And if you wish to affirm this inner journey, leave a crystal ball in the comments below, a simple yet powerful symbol that you are ready to walk guided not by fear, but by the purest compass you possess. Leo, your inner knowing is your truest North Star. It has never abandoned you. And now, as you step closer to your breakthrough, it will shine even brighter, leading you exactly where your soul has always longed to go. Somewhere inside, Leo, you already know that the moment you release the weight of the old, the new rushes in with a force so vibrant, so undeniable, that you wonder why you ever doubted in the first place. Life is waiting, arms wide open. The Wheel of Fortune and the Fool appear now in your reading, not just as symbols of change but as invitations to leap with faith into a future more expansive than anything your past could ever hold. Change does not ask you to forget who you are. It asks you to honor who you are becoming. The Wheel of Fortune spins in your favor when you loosen your grip on certainty, when you dare to step beyond the familiar edges of your life. It is in those sacred, trembling moments, where the old has fallen away but the new has not yet fully appeared, that destiny has room to work its magic. The Fool reminds you that to truly live is to leap without carrying the burdens of yesterday strapped to your back. When you walk lightly, without dragging old fears, resentments, or limitations behind you, you become magnetic to miracles. Life cannot fill hands that are already clenched tight around what has passed. It fills the hands of those who open wide and say, "I trust." There is a profound teaching that reminds us, when you let go of what you think you are supposed to have, you make space for what your soul truly needs. It is not about abandoning dreams but about surrendering the rigid forms you thought your dreams must take. It is about realizing that the universe dreams bigger dreams for you than you could imagine from within the confines of your past. If you feel the stirrings of that courage within you, nurture it. A beautiful way to align yourself with the current of abundance now flowing toward you is to consciously engage with it. Each morning, before the demands of the world pull at your energy, write down 3 things you wish to manifest over the next 3 months. Choose not only what you desire but how you wish to feel, because true manifestation begins not with the object but with the vibration. Close your eyes and picture yourself already living those dreams. Feel the joy, the gratitude, the peace, as if they are already real. Let that emotion saturate every cell of your being. In this practice, you are not chasing a future reality, you are aligning yourself with it now. And when you do, the universe, as it always does, responds with a resounding yes. Colors carry frequency too. To support your journey, surround yourself with hues that awaken the energies you are calling in. Emerald green breathes renewal into the spirit, reminding you that you are constantly rebirthing yourself anew. Golden yellow activates prosperity and clarity, radiating the confidence needed to step boldly into what is yours by divine right. If there is a part of you that feels the quiet thrill of readiness, honor it. You are not imagining it. You are not rushing. You are simply aligning with a rhythm deeper than thought, older than time. You are tuning into the natural cycle of endings and beginnings that moves through all living things. And if your heart knows it is time to say yes, to claim your place in this new story, to leap into the unfolding miracle of your life, I invite you to make that commitment tangible. Comment below, yes, I claim my destiny, not because you need permission from anyone, but because your soul deserves to be heard, loud and clear. Leo, you are not standing at the end of something. You are standing at the beginning. And this time, the light you are walking toward is not just something you chase, it is something you are destined to become. Leo, remember this not just in your mind, but deep in your heart, you don't need anyone's permission to shine. You don't need to wait for anyone's approval to live the life you've always dreamed of. The world may try to measure you, to fit you into boxes too small for your spirit, but your light was never meant to be contained. Inside you burns a fire that no storm can extinguish. You were not born to live quietly in the background of your own story. You were born to lead, to inspire, to create, to blaze trails where none existed before. And now, right here, right now, the universe is whispering, no, it's roaring, that it's time. It's time to stop waiting. It's time to stop doubting. It's time to step fully, unapologetically into your power. You have traveled through darkness. You have endured the long nights, questioned your own strength, wrestled with the uncertainty of who you were becoming. And yet, here you are, standing at the edge of a brand new beginning, carrying a heart wiser, braver, and more radiant than ever before. The question is no longer, am I ready? The question now is, what will I create with all this fire that I have fought so hard to protect? If you chose today to trust yourself completely, not half-heartedly, not when it's convenient, but completely, what would you do differently? What dream would you dare to bring to life? What old story would you finally lay down so you could step forward lighter, freer, more fully alive? I invite you to take a deep breath, Leo, and really feel that question inside your bones. Let it stir the embers that have been quietly waiting for this exact moment. And if you feel called, I would love for you to share your reflection in the comments below. Your journey, your voice, your light could be the encouragement someone else is silently praying to find today. Thank you, from the very bottom of my heart, for being here with me today. For showing up for yourself, for choosing to listen to the whispers of your own soul, and for allowing me to walk beside you on this part of your journey. Every like you leave, every comment you share, every subscription you make to this growing family of light at Eternal Mindfulness is a powerful affirmation that we are all connected. That none of us walks this path alone. That when one of us rises, we all rise together. If this message touched your heart, if it helped you feel seen, empowered, or a little more hopeful today, I invite you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might need a reminder of their own unstoppable light. Because sometimes the smallest ripple can become the biggest wave of change, and you have no idea whose life your courage might inspire. You are not just stepping into a new chapter, Leo. You are stepping into a new dimension of your own being. You are not who you used to be. You are not limited by what you have survived. You are being reborn as the person you were always meant to be, stronger, wiser, more brilliant than even you imagined. The light you have been seeking outside of you has been inside you all along. I cannot wait to see what you create from here. And trust me, beautiful soul, the best is not behind you. It is just ahead. So stay close. Stay open. Stay luminous. And until we meet again in the next video, where we'll continue to manifest magic and miracles together, remember this. You are the light. You are the miracle. You are the breakthrough the world has been waiting for.